What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 109 of the Bristol Rovers Career Mode series. I'm going to start this episode off by simming a Capital One Cup game against Warsaw because these kind of games, they don't really matter, and it's a really good chance for me to kind of test out my reserve players, my fringe players that don't usually get a chance in the first team, and apart from Tar and Valsvik and a few other players maybe, you know, these players never really get in the first team, and maybe also Bigger Romana, but you can see there, Baselli, our loaned player that we brought in from Inter Milan, I do believe, the striker, actually scored 2 goals in that match to make sure that we win the game 3-1, which is quite interesting to see as well. Bearing in mind that that was our reserve team that we were playing in that match, and to be winning it 3-1, even though it's against Warsaw, that's still pretty decent indeed. And you can see the squad report here. We are having a little look at the players that have grown this month, as it is the start of the month. You can see Baselli's up to 70 overall, sorry, not 80 overall. And he seems to be doing very well on loan at Bristol Rovers at the moment for sure. And he's a really quality player. I've played with him in a couple of games, brought him off the bench, and he's a really solid striker. Unfortunately, Timo Werner isn't really a striker, and I only bought him in because I thought he would be a really good striker. Adam Campbell has not gone up to 79 overall yet, but that's because his default potential is 78. And look at Ryan Brunt. Oh my god. He's just getting better and better. 72 overall currently, and some insane physical stats as well as some great finishing. Mason Bennett's up to 75 overall, and Connor Cody's up to 79 overall. I think he's going to stay at that for now because a lot of these players have hit their full potential. Apart from Cohen Casteels, he's our first 80 rated player in the squad, which is great to see. And he is a really solid goalkeeper indeed. All green stats for diving, kicking and positioning, and he's certainly a lot better than George Long, even though George Long plays a little bit better in game than his actual stats represent on his actual card. But anyway, we're going into the next match of this episode. It is going to be against Aston Villa in the Barclays Premier League. Really hoping to get a win here, and I will be playing a little bit of a weakened side in this match, and the reason for that is we're going to be having a massive game in the Champions League just a couple of days later after this match is completed. So I wanted to rest most of my players, and as you can see there, we still haven't lost in the league, as well as Spurs. They also haven't lost in the league. We're on 8 wins and 2 draws, I think, 24 points in the league, and you can see Aston Villa's side there, a very decent side actually, and they're sitting in 8th, I do believe, which is pretty good actually for their team. And how well their team is doing. It's actually pretty good. I'm quite impressed with how well their team are doing. But the first chance in the game here did come as Amorim crossed it into the middle, and it's Ryan Brunt to win the header and make it 1-0. It's just a repeat of every single goal. I'm trying to score better goals. I've said that before, but you know, when you got someone like Ryan Brunt in your team, you're going to be abusing those crosses. And Amorim was playing in this match, and my god, did I get a surprise in this match. Throughout this match, he was influential in goals and basically just creating the play. And he was really good. Look at him there, surging down that right-hand side, making a run again, crossing it in. And that is pretty much a replica of the first goal that Ryan Brunt scored. So it's 2 assists for Amorim and 2 goals for Ryan Brunt in just 39 minutes. Unbelievable stuff. And we make it 2-0 there and double our lead against Aston Villa. Really good stuff to see. And Cassio, he really should have saved that. I mean, maybe not that one, but the first header, he certainly should have saved it. And I refer to Cassio as Severus Snape, because if you just go and have a look at his profile picture, is that, I don't think that's a thing really, but his picture on Foothead nonetheless, it just looks like a spitting image of him, and you guys probably already know that anyway if you are Foot fans. But anyway, we get another chance there with Ryan Brunt. Somehow the ball bobbled on towards him, and he got a really good chance there to shoot, but unfortunately the goalkeeper did make a good save there and kept it at 2-0. And then Leandro Bacuna did a through ball over the top, and it's Juba, I think his name is. Is it Dzuba? I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. It's a little bit weird. I think he's Czech Republic. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But he puts it into the back of the net. A really classy finish, actually. He just finessed it round Cohen Casteels, and he put it into the back of the net there. I think that was actually George Long that's in the net and playing in this match. And yes, it is actually him, because you can tell because he's an absolute midget in the net. But he still manages to make some pretty decent saves nonetheless. And then Aston Villa, they have a defensive woe here. And it's Baselli to go running through the defence. Villa have no chance of catching up, and somehow Once again, Cassio just making an absolutely fundamental error to us scoring that goal. I don't know why he parried it straight back into Baselli's path, but he puts it into the back of the net and he makes it 3-1 there, and triple our advantage here against Villa, giving us our 2-goal lead back again as well. And that is a really, well, it's not a good goal, but it's good to see him getting on the score sheet as well, because of course he isn't our player. We brought him in and it was a little bit of a risk because he's on quite high wages, but he's done pretty decent, I'd say, so far. You can see there, Amorim with a 9.8 match rating. He was by far the best player in that game, and he gave me a real shock. Maybe I'll have to use him over John Taylor. We'll wait and see, but I just don't like the fact that he's got such high dribbling. But the thing is, he's 6 foot. It just doesn't work. He's got high dribbling and he's like 6 foot tall. It just really doesn't work for me. He's not that agile whatsoever. But this is the team that we're rocking with into this next match. We've got a lot of players that are fit. Some of them well, do need a little bit of a rest from the previous game, but I did want to put the best players that I possibly could on the bench, and you could probably see there that I am playing a 4-3-3 false 9, and you might be wondering why I'm actually playing that. Now basically what my plan was, I had a full plan because I absolutely hate Barcelona in this game, and playing against them is just so difficult. And what my plan was is basically playing Barca's play style and hoping that it would kind of even out and they wouldn't be able to counter me as much, basically, because their passing play is just absolutely incredible. And I thought if I was the same formation as them, maybe I'd be able to stop them from finding these gaps that when I'm playing with the 4-4-2 diamond wide, they seem to be exploiting quite a lot. But nevertheless, we really did need to win this game because we needed to get a really good result, basically. And you can see that early on we're getting a lot of pressure on from Barcelona. And once again, there wasn't really that much going on in this match, and I didn't expect there to be that much going on in this match. But can someone tell me how on earth that is a foul? I do not know how on earth that is a foul there, because it really did look like that Lazaro had won all of the ball there, but apparently not according to the ref. So it is a free kick to Barcelona. Will they get anything off of this chance? They whip it into the middle, and a penalty is given. I could not believe it. A penalty is given here, and Messi has a chance to make it 1-0 in this match after, I think that was Jonathan Tah with the handball there, which is really unfortunate. I don't know how I keep conceding these handballs and these penalties, but we're getting penalties our way as well. So it seems that it's kind of evening out, really. We're scoring more penalties. We're gaining more penalties from these handballs being turned on. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about handballs being on. If you want me to turn them on or off, it's up to you guys. But Messi has a chance to make it 1-0 here. Will he score? No, he hits the crossbar. But then Sergio Busquets with a header. He saves it, and then how on earth he missed that? I do not know. That was an open goal. All he had to do was just slide it past Castells, but he still managed to miss it, even though it was an open goal, and he just lost his composure completely right there. And by that stage, they'd had so many shots on target. I was so shocked, but we were looking to counter here, and as Yedlin plays Campbell, he was playing on the left wing position. I was trying him out there just to see what he'd be like. He cuts inside. He crosses it into the middle. It's a header from Ryan Brunt. It's saved, but then on the rebound, it's Lazaro to put it into the back of the net and make it 1-0. That could be a really important goal in our Champions League run, and it is Lazaro to put it into the back of the net. Really important goal for us, and finally we get past Muslera, because Muslera has just been an arsehole this whole time. Like, he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world at the moment in this career mode. Something like 89 overall, something ridiculous like that. And he was just saving everything in the first match against Barcelona. But finally, we get the better of him. We make it 1-0. And we get the goal with Lazaro getting his first goal in the Champions Cup, which is good to see. And that gets us the 3 points that we really needed in this group. So hopefully now, if we can beat Roma or get a draw against Roma, then we have got a real good chance of going through. I think we'll actually go through if we manage to beat Roma in the next match, which is, of course, a reverse fixture because we already have played them. And you can see there, oh my god, like 30% shot accuracy from Barcelona. It was a completely different Barcelona to the one from the first match against them, and they were just having shots left, right and centre, but they just weren't going on target, most of them, and it was quite interesting to see that. But into the final match of this episode, and it is going to be against Southampton in the Barclays Premier League once again, and we really do need to win this game. as much as we really need to win every game, really. Of course we need to win games because we want to win the Barclays Premier League title. We're still undefeated. Will we continue that into this game, and will we beat Southampton? We'll wait and see. Southampton have got a really, really good young side. They've got some really good youngsters in there, and it's quite interesting to see the formation they're playing. It's a little bit of a weird one, actually. I think that's a 4-5-1, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's a little bit of a custom formation that Pochettino is rolling up with there. But right here, in the 14th minute, the first chance did come to Lallana, and he completely did me. That was awful defending from me. And in the 14th minute, Adam Lallana gives Southampton the lead here. And I just couldn't believe it. But Adam Lallana is a quality player in this game. And Lallana does put Southampton into the lead there. You can see just dribbling, LTRT dribbling. He's so good at that. And then just a finesse shot. Ranker steals a really cool finish there. And there wasn't really that much going on in this game, to my surprise. I mean, this was our best chance here as we pick up the ball. Ryan Brunt goes for a finesse shot. And oh my God, I was so shocked when he missed that. I thought it would have definitely been a goal. Will that cost us? Will that come back to haunt us? We'll wait and see. But it actually does come back to haunt us because we end up losing the game. Not much happened apart from Lallana scoring and, of course, that chance with Ryan Brunt. But on his weak foot, he couldn't put it into the back of the net. And we end up losing our first game in the Barclays Premier League, which is such a shame. And we lose to Southampton here 1-0, which is a real shame. But this is going to be the end of the episode, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on the video, as it's much appreciated and it really does help out my channel. But other than that, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.